Okay, what I'm doing here in Florida is I'm building a bow, but it's really cold this morning. It's like 39 degrees, and I use that EA40, so I'm not going to attempt that. But what I'm going to show you here is I actually put everything together, dry fit it, make sure it's going to fit, and I've pre-marked everything, and I've taped off both my sides of my laminates so I don't get the glue, the epoxy, or they're all over everything. And then what I've done is I've made a form so that everything fits together. I used to use like the tire tube bit, and I just found out it's just too much for me to do that. And I'm pretty much making the same bows repeatedly over and over, so it's not an issue about anything like that. So I put my first laminate down, which is right here, and I've cut them to length, but I haven't shaped them yet. And what I do is I wait until after I glue up everything, and then I run them through a table saw. I prefer doing that. That's my method of doing things. And then I take my first piece of wood and lay it on my laminate. And like I said, this has all been set to a jig. It's the right length and everything. Then I have my hand thing, and it is laid out. But yes, you got to do it, lay it out ahead of time, because if you don't, you're going to run into a lot of problems. And the wood I'm using, by the way, is epi, and I'm using red oak from Lowe's. And what I do is I rip it down. And then again, I have my last piece. Put the tape on one side. Also, when I do this, I wrap the stuff in either wax paper or plastic wrap, so I don't get the epoxy all over myself and all over everything. It's hard enough doing it right now. Alright, and then what I've done is I've made like jigs to go with everything. So I put this one in here because this is where the handle is, and I marked it where it is, so that I know that when I put this down, it's going to compress it correctly. And this is for the middle of the handle, same thing. And then this is the end one. And I just found at my age, doing this with the clamps is a lot easier than trying to do it with the tire tubes. It's just insanity. But when I've done, I've adjusted all my clamps prior to, everything. So I went ahead and did all this stuff last night to make sure that everything is going to get clamped down correctly. And so there's no second guessing and no running into problems at the last minute. So it's relatively easy. There you have it.